Sunday, May 2nd, and this is episode 16 of Mindfulness and Meditation. I was actually supposed to record last week, but a lot has happened. I'm going to talk about it, and right now I'm going to start with the affirmation for today, coming from a year of positive thinking, daily inspiration, wisdom, and courage. So for May 2nd, it is joy. Joy is a defined response to a life well lived, a lighting up from the inside out. It exists in spite of the burdens you carry and the troubles that arise in your life. Your greatest responsibility may be giving yourself the permission to feel joy alongside grief. Ooh. Wow. The depth of your joy can rise above sorrow. But first you must decide that it can. I had no idea that was the affirmation for today, but it came right on time. So it says, giving yourself the permission to feel joy alongside grief. That is deep, because I've thought about that for a very long time since I've lost my loved ones, starting with my aunt, then my mother. You know, when is it okay to be okay? And there's no actual answer to that. You just simply go on and just try to live your life and live it the best way you can, knowing that the people that are not here anymore, they will want you to live. They will want you to go move forward and just live your life. Still remember the good memories you have, all the good times, because I have many of great memories with my mother. And with Mother's Day coming up, it's hard. It really is. I hope I can get through this tongue-tied situation, because but Mother's Day is coming up, and I've been battling depression for a good few weeks, and that's one of the reasons why I didn't record last week. I wasn't in the right headspace, and I just felt it was necessary to take a break and just get myself together, and also just analyze things when it comes to my job, my schooling. I'm currently back in school for my master's. I just had to really sit down and pray and think about a lot of things. And the situation with my master's, I definitely want to be a teacher. I was a day treatment counselor initially for 6 years with therapeutic interventions, working with kids, mentoring, counseling. Eventually I did intensive in-home counseling my last 2 years. And I didn't fall out of love with working with the kids, because that's a passion of mine. I love working with the kids, but I kind of fell out of love with the whole counseling situation. I think it was more so of the job and all the stress and pressure I had with that, along with taking care of my mother. So when COVID hit and we were laid off, we had the option to return back to counseling. I chose not to. I am now a CPS worker, so taking on that along with going back to school, because I still want to be a teacher, it's been really, really hard. So I'm just praying, asking God to lead me in what to do and just help me to make sure my future, I have a bright future, that I stay on track, and I also take care of myself while doing so. Because initially I feel like I went back to school. I did want to be a teacher, but I initially signed up so fast to take my mind off of losing my mom, to kind of push myself to keep going and push myself to try to be happy, and it did not help. It put more stress on me. I think I'm glad I went, but I felt like I chose to go at the wrong time, and I needed to take time for myself to heal mentally, to actually grieve and take care of myself, take care of everything that was happening at that time. I am healing. It's almost been a year. but I've also been stressed out. I've had a lot on my plate. So I just thank God for opening my eyes past few weeks, and I have some things going on, but I'm just going to keep praying and making sure that I'm taking the right steps and letting God lead me, because I don't want to overdo it, and I don't want to put more on my plate than I can really handle right now. But I thank God for just another day. I thank God for another week that has passed. It was a very stressful week. I would say being a child protective service worker it's a heavy job. It's not easy at all. And you really have to be passionate about what you're doing in order to do it. And I have that passion to make sure kids are safe, and just want to make sure I make the right decisions. And I'm still in my first year, so I'm still going through training while taking on certain cases. So I'm thankful that I'm still in the training process, but it's still a really hard job, and it can sometimes be stressful. I had to remind myself, especially this week when I am off, to take my mind off of work. My mom used to tell me when I would come from TI, because I used to work in the school, it would be stressful working with kids, dealing with their situations. Sometimes I would have runaways. I would have a lot to deal with, and it would be hard to shut all that off. But what I would do, thanks to the advice from her, was come home and just chill and rest. Even if I had to take a nap for a good hour or two, get myself together, and then get up and just make sure all that stuff is released. Don't talk about it. Leave it at work. And that's what I'm doing once again, because I had a very stressful situation early last week, and I thank God for friends and family who've just checked on me, made sure I was good, and just encouraged me to keep going and keep pushing, and also made sure I was safe, because I was really stressed out, and I don't know. It was a very hard situation. I don't even want to go into it, but I thank God for delivering me out of that situation, and that it wasn't worse than what it was. It just was an eye-opener that I need to always make sure that I'm safe and that people know where I am. And I just thank God for another day. But with that being said, I when I come home, I release all of that stuff, and I take time for myself still, whether it is listening to music, which I love, singing, which I love, just having fun doing crazy TikTok videos or dancing, which it just keeps me motivated and moving. So God is still looking out for me. And we had a great weekend. My church was a part of the 2021 Walk for Life. It's an organization that's it benefits the Accomack Northampton Pregnancy Center, and our church team came together in memory of my praise team leader who died a few months ago due to COVID, Jack Thomas. And it was really a blessing just to be a part of it. It was my first time being a part of it. I was supposed to do it years ago with a friend, but I was sick, unfortunately. But I thank God I had the strength to do it yesterday, and I was able to have some kids from my youth group join me, my sister, and just members of the church. And congratulations, Cape Charles Baptist, because we got an award yesterday for the top fundraising team for the ESVA Walk for Life. And then I got my award for a top fundraising adult for Cape Charles. So it was just a blessing, and we were able to be a blessing to the pregnancy center that can keep going and just helping these young ladies, throughout the year, and just thankful for that. I'm just thankful for life in general. It gets hard, but the blessing is we are still here, and I am still able to find joy. I'm thankful for the circle that I have. They keep me encouraged and motivated every single week. I listen to different podcasts, like my friend T. James. Check out her podcast, The Harvest. And also just different conversations that are being held each week, Tuesday and Thursdays. And I remember before I had to go, there was a topic on love, and that was a really deep conversation. I was glad to be a part of it, to just listen and hear people's different takes on love, and how they give out love, how they didn't feel like they were receiving, or thinking that they were giving out love and it was something else. It was just a lot. My take on that, for me, I had a lot of love from my mother. She showed it nonstop and unconditionally each and every day. And she showed it to everyone, even the ones that didn't like her, that didn't respect her, her ministry. She was a pastor, and a woman pastor at that, and on the Eastern Shore. Let me just point that out. And there could have been times where she could have just given up, but she didn't. And she did not retaliate to the things that were thrown her way. The slanders, the lies, the slurs. She continued showing love. She continued supporting others and helping others and just giving her all. And that encouraged me to do the same, to the point where I just felt like I was giving and giving and giving, and just losing myself because I wasn't taking care of myself. I always wanted to make sure everyone else was good, helping others. And it's good to be a help and show that love, but also show love to yourself. I felt like I was not loving myself because I wasn't taking care of my body, taking care of me health-wise. I have asthma, and I also have anxiety. So when my anxiety acts up, my asthma acts up. And last year was really rough. The year before that was really rough, but last year definitely. And there were times where I just felt like I was going to collapse because I was not resting. And no matter what, if anybody ever called me saying I need help, can you take me here, can you take me there, I need help with this situation, I was always there. I was glad to be there, but like I said, I had to be there for myself too. So I'm learning to take time out for myself and get that break and breather when I need to. You can still have that love, but when you feel like you need to sit down and rest yourself, do it. When you feel like you just need to get out and have fun, do it. There's only one you and there's only one life. Make sure you just live it well and take care of yourself, and make sure you're safe from any hurt, harm, or danger, but live. But like I said, I'm very thankful for everything that has come, the trials and tribulations over the past week, because it's just making me stronger. It really is. I'm thankful for just having that support system. Whenever I need to just vent, I have people that will listen, and even vice versa. You have to give, and you also have to be a good listener and a good friend back to the people that are being a good friend and showing love to you. It goes both ways. And I just thank God for helping me to deal with stress. It's not an easy thing. It's not going to be an easy day where you just wake up and things going to be picture perfect. It could be a small thing that comes to ruin your day, but you just have to learn how to keep going, how to deal with it, and how to control your reactions to it, where you're not just blowing up, where you may get upset, but you learn how to release it, and still have a good remainder of the day. That is what I'm personally learning to do for myself, just to help me stay de-stressed and stay positive and just continue to have a good day, despite the bad things, the trials that may come. It's not an easy thing, but you gotta push yourself and attempt at least. But I'm thankful for another mindfulness and meditation. I did get really low and I didn't record last week, but I'm just thankful. My previous videos just encouraged me alone, and then like I said, my friends have been there supporting and being there. When God gives you those people, cherish them and keep them in your life, and just make sure you love on them and let them know you appreciate them, because friends are hard to come by. I don't call everyone friend, but the ones that I do have, I am extremely grateful and thankful for. I'm thankful for their support and the love that they show me each and every day. I really am. And just keep your boy in prayer. Like I was saying, Mother's Day is coming up, and it would be my first Mother's Day without either mother. My birth mom passed when I was 19 months, so every Mother's Day has been celebrated at her grave, and even her birthday, because her birthday is also this month, May 27th. But I always said I would keep her memory alive and just cherish that name alone, Margaret Darlene. I unfortunately don't have a memory of her because I was so young, but from what my other mother told me, my father, and just my family in general, they've told me nothing but wonderful things about her, and I choose to just celebrate her each and every day. But I lost my second mother June 4th, so of 2020. So this year is definitely different, that I'm celebrating both who are now in heaven. Yeah, it's not an easy situation. Some days I think about it and it just hurts. Other days I think about it, I thank God for the time I had with Mom, 29 years, almost 30. But Lord knows I really miss her. I miss that wisdom. I just miss her spirit. She had such a warm and positive spirit, always giving out positive energy, but also telling you the truth whenever, wherever, no matter what. And I'm thankful I still have those memories that I would take with me wherever, forever. But I know it's going to be difficult, and I just thank God for my family, because it's not easy for any of us, but I'm thankful if I do need to talk that I can talk to them. As of lately, I've been just staying to myself and just praying through the week, and just I'm going to continue to pray through next week, but still try to celebrate both of them somehow, some way, and visit their graves, and just keep going and keep pushing, finding that joy, as it said, despite the grief. So be encouraged to everyone that's that's lost a loved one and have to celebrate Mother's Day not having their mother around, or not wanting to celebrate, because for the past month I've said I did not want to celebrate. Just remember that if they're worth celebrating, and mine definitely is, she was a great woman, do it. Despite how hard it may be, despite the fact that she's not here physically on earth, she was a great woman and she deserves to be celebrated. Not just Mother's Day, not just her birthday, but each and every day. That's why I randomly post pictures, I randomly talk about different memories I had with her, And I will continue to. You know, she's not here physically, but she will always be here in my heart. She's always in this home. And I'm still extremely grateful to God for the time I had with her. So be encouraged, and I hope everyone has a great week. And despite our trials, that we continue to just deliver positive energy and positive vibes and find that joy within. So be breezy, and God bless.